Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I feel now, I'm in this special place. Until the fire where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 Studio, WMVA 88.9 FM Studio, all you have to do is go to Everette's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to WPCET's churchwebcast.com or WGPL 1350, churchwebcast.com. Click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. Mr. E, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400, WMPA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
TikTok.
Look, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Look, we're still on every platform there is. But don't forget to go to YouTube at Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, or at FYI Radio Show host. Yolanda Hinton, give us some numbers. Subscribe over there. We promise when we see your name, we'll shout you out. Well, Happy New Year, Mr. E. It's 2026.
That's right. I want to say Happy New Year's to you and everyone else in the whole wide world. It's 2026, and guess what? We still on and popping.
On and popping here on a Monday. I am just excited. Look, the last time I was here, Mr. E, it wasn't even Christmas. It was Christmas Eve, I believe, almost Christmas Eve. But I had a wonderful holiday, except getting the flu for a couple of days. It just was, that was ratchet. But it was a wonderful holiday, a great celebration with family and friends, and brought in the new year. And back here, excited about not only today, our Monday sports talk, but just being in a new year and looking forward to some great things.
You know, something that you make any New Year's resolutions, or, you know, a lot of people make those New Year's resolutions and say, this is what I'm going to do at the beginning of the year. Did you make any of those resolutions?
I think self-examination, evaluation is a good thing. And there are things that we can improve yearly and daily.
That's right.
So, yeah, when things swing around and we're in a new year, yeah, I want to improve. I want to improve. I want to do better. I want to get better. I'm going to look at what I've done, how I live, and I'm going to improve on those things. There's always room for improvement. And hey, yeah, I'm going to look for those things that I can list and say, look, work on this, that, and that.
I
And let's have a good year.
I said to myself, what I'm going to do, the things I can change within me, I'm going to change.
Mhm.
And the things I cannot change, I'm let the chips fall where they may be.
Absolutely.
You know,
But you also have the power to change
that's right.
things, which is good. But you said some things are what they are. You know, we've gone through a whole lot of things, not just in our personal lives, but in our country. Mr. E, there's been a lot of stuff going on that we have to sit back and say, Lord, you know, how in the world are we going to maneuver through all these things that are happening in the world? But the thing about it, the wonderful thing about it is that we can continue to hold on to God, hold on to our faith, have hope, and just live a life, geared toward good things and better things, teaching our youngest, teaching, those that we're surrounded by, being a good support system. And that's the best that we can
That's right. I want to say good morning to Miss Tracy Porter. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. And you know, Miss Hinton, you said a whole mouthful. We got to train up this new
do.
generation
Yes.
so that this new generation wouldn't be caught up in the riffraff. What do you think about what your president of the United States has done to America?
You know, we really need a better understanding of all this stuff that's going on. You know, I think if something is not right, we're going to see that it ain't right. If this is something that has to be, or we have no control over, or we can go to the polls and change, then that's what we're going to do. We're not going to sit back ignorant and just follow blindly behind what people are doing. We're going to see and prove that, hey, okay, this is the best thing for our country. And if we want to change things, you know what to do. We have elections.
Yeah,
Get in there. If you don't think this is the one for you, the president for you, or whatever other person that's leading in leadership, get rid of them and get someone in there that believes in the things that you believe in.
that's right. That's right. And I say, for example, if we had voted for them to go to Venezuela, if they had went to the right channels, then we all in America would have known what was going on.
Tell the truth.
But
Yes.
this was behind closed doors. I think that it's because that he's having a little fit that he can do what he wants to do. America needs to come together, and we need to stop it now before we get into a wall for innocent lives to be taken away.
I tell you what, yeah, we got a few years. This time is short. After that, you want to make sure you put leaders in there that are active with the things that you believe in, and just try to really look, study, and do things wherein we can keep a hold on things that are good, our democracy, the Constitution, and things like that. Let's get our heads out of the sand.
Miss Tracy Porter said, "Don't get caught up in the destructions, trying to get
Yes.
a reaction. Don't do it." Good morning, Miss Sheila Robinson. Happy New Year's to you. And thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. It's FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely. So look, we are back, and this is FYI Monday Sports Talk.
Well, I have to say, Miss Hinton, that there are so many people out there now that's not even looking at football anymore.
I know it.
They
I
done,
know it.
they done changed the channel because the big dogs are no longer in there. You
But
know,
listen,
football
E,
just ain't football without the one you really care about.
but you know what? That's the thing I was going to ask you. How do you feel about where we are now in the NFL? We just ended our regular season. Do you still have the energy and fervor about the NFL? You know, are you ready to go all the way to the end, the Super Bowl with the energy?
No.
Woo! And why not?
You know, because the big dogs are no longer there. The Dallas Cowboys are no longer playing football, and no longer cause drama all over America, no longer, in the rankings or in the runnings. And so the mediocre teams are out there now. The mediocre teams are out there playing football in the playoffs and things of that nature. So, and that's what's happened. So the football drive has slowed down, and now I sometimes reflect over to college ball, or because I don't have a college team, or else I pick up and look at some of these basketball teams getting ready for the NBA.
Absolutely, the NBA is on and popping. We're going to talk about that too. But we're talking about week 18, honey. And this is the last, like I said, the end of the regular season, y'all. Where are you? Where do you stand? Who stands? Who's the winner? Who's the loser? Listen, you got numbers for you for week 18.
When you look at January 3rd on Saturday, the Carolina Panthers took the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a ride. I mean,
Yeah,
the Carolina, who in the world would ever thought that the Carolina Panthers would rise to the occasion? Because when they first started out, they was just Carolina Panthers. Who paid them in the mind? But now the Carolina Panthers are hanging in there, took the Tampa Bay for a ride, Buccaneers for a ride, but the Buccaneers came
absolutely.
by and stomped them at 16-4. Low scoring game. So, we got Mr. C. Young, who's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, did a wonderful job. So now the Carolina Panthers are going home. And then you got the Seattle Seahawks
Yes,
that are out there that came up and they won the playoff spot. They
absolutely.
they did a wonderful job playing against the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they dogged the 49ers 13 to
To
3
three.
and couldn't get off the mark, set and ready to go.
That's a shame, though. I mean, 49ers, their season was real good, 12-6. It could have went another way, but the Seahawks were so consistent, Mr. E. They played all the whole season.
That's right. They played a wonderful game. They played a good game, but the 49ers are not out yet. They
That's
are
right.
not out there. They still hanging around the fire. They still hanging around the fire. Just before we go to the next team, I want to let you know who are the ones that are still hanging around the fire. The Denver Broncos are still
Mhm.
there. And then the Steelers playing against the Texans,
Oh,
and then the Jaguars playing against the Buffalo Bills.
mhm.
New England Patriots will be playing against the Chargers, and then you got the uh, Panthers playing against the Rams and the Eagles against the 49ers. So when you hear the scores, these are some of the teams that are still in it, but other ones are gone by the way of Santa. They've been eliminated. The San Francisco, the New Orleans Saints
Mm,
played against the Atlanta Falcons.
they
Well,
tried
that was just a dud game. They home anyway.
it.
19-17, the Atlanta Falcons beat the Saints. The Cleveland Browns
Oh, can
played
we talk
against the
about
Saints.
that?
The Bengals. They beat the Bengals. The Cleveland Browns beat the Bengals.
But had that chinny chin
And the
chin, that
score
was a last minute, what you call a field goal that made them win that game. But Mr. E, why are they shaking up the leadership there and getting rid of Kevin? What's his name? On the Browns, I mean, these folks will get rid of you in a minute. You don't have a good season. The coach is out. I don't care. They don't have no sense.
You gotta go. You gotta go. The Cincinnati Bengals, because a lot of them figured that they was gonna go to the playoff and be a contender and make it their way to the Super Bowl, but they're out back.
Well, what do they say? Okay, you didn't get us to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl, you out.
You out.
Just
Just
say,
like the Saints gone. By the way, bye bye. Just like the Falcons, bye bye. Just like the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. What a wonderful start. What a wonderful game. But guess what? They gone by
yeah,
the
they didn't
way.
do good at all, though. Let's tell it like it is this season. The Bengals and the Browns were out back.
And a lot of folks had high hopes on the Green Bay Packers. They had a
Oh
lot of high
my.
hopes and Minnesota
They
Vikings.
didn't do too bad though. Either team.
But they gone home.
They
They
go
gone
home.
home.
Green Bay
16
tried.
to 3 the Vikings beat the Packers, and then the Cowboys played against them folks that's in last
Ooh,
place. I mean, I don't understand it, but they didn't play the starters, so
how
they
did
beat
they beat you
34
guys?
to 17.
That's y'all's little brother though.
That's our
The
little brother.
Giants.
We gave them
I know you did give.
We gave them the game and told them they go on with it. I want to say good morning to Miss Yolanda Hinton. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Want to let you know you listen to FYI radio show. It's Sports Talk on Monday. Don't forget to join us from 9:30 to 10 right here on WPCE 1400 WGPL 1350 Peach 95.3 WMVA and on all social media platforms.
So are you saying that that was a charity win?
It was a charity win. It didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing. And both of them are out back. Out back the Dallas Cowboys. So they took the sale out of me because I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan.
You don't have nothing to do with the NFL now.
Not
Right now,
I
this
want to see no more football. No more football. And no more football. No time to. And I might peep over it when it starts going for the playoff. But I don't have a number. I don't have a team out there in the playoff. Oh, Philadelphia Eagles. We'll go with them. We'll go with them because
that's right.
They're in my division. So we'll rob up with them. The Tennessee Titans played yesterday.
Come on here. Their season was just a mess. 3-14. The Titans. Now tell us about the Titans from your point of view. Why did they do so bad this season?
Tennessee Titans, that's my nephew team, and a friend of mine, Jim Jones, that's their team. And I want to let them know they couldn't beat their way. If somebody gave them instructions on how to win the game, the Tennessee Titans couldn't find their way out of paper bag that somebody gave them instructions.
They got toe up. How about that? The Jaguars
beat them. The Jaguars took them out the frame.
Absolutely. They didn't lose that game, did. But we can expect that from
the Jaguars going to be in the playoff. They're in the playoff, so you can expect for them to try to come back and do something.
Yeah, we got the Colts now and the Texans. That was a pretty good game.
38-30.
The
Houston Texans are there.
But the Texans were off the chain too this season. Let's give them their props. 12-5. They did pretty good.
Whoever thought that the Texans, and it's winding up that the Texans going to be playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whoever thought that they would be playing? Whoever thought that they would be in the runnings at this present time?
Well, the Colts, in my estimation, has done a little bit better than. Could I say than I expected? Or what do you think about the Colts?
Oh, God.
They didn't win. It was 30-38. The Texans, of course, came through. But the Colts tried it.
They tried.
They did.
I got to give it to the Indianapolis Colts. They tried to come back. But the Houston Texans, I don't know how the Houston Texans, we must have been sleeping on the Texans because the Houston Texans came out with a 12-5.
Yes.
And that quarterback for the Texans did a wonderful job. I got to get to him, but he was doing a wonderful job. And then you turn around and the Jets played against the Buffalo Bills.
The Jets, that's another team that just they couldn't.
And they going home too.
They have to go home. 3-14 is their season against the Bills. What can you say about the Bills? The Bills came through this season 12-5. The score for that game was 35-8.
But the Bills going to be in the playoff. They going to be right in the playoff. What a good game last night when you saw the Chicago Bears playing against the Detroit Lions. What a ball game. What a barn burner. They was playing real good football last night. I sit there because that would be my brother's team is the Detroit Lions, but my daughter's team is the Chicago Bears. But I was rooting for the Chicago,
I really believe
Chicago
that people underestimated the Bears, and this season they came through pretty.
Yeah, they did. But they're going home. They're going home along with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, the Lions tried it. I mean, they had a nice little streak, but then all of a sudden they just couldn't see it through. Their season 9-8 wasn't that good. Then we have the Broncos. Now the Broncos,
they came through.
They did pretty good. I mean, they didn't do good this season. They won against the Chargers, the final score was 19-3. Both of them had a good season, but Broncos turned it out
That's
for
right, and they
two.
are in the they clinched their division, and yes, they are
Yes,
in the heads. Whoever plays against the Steelers and the Raiders got to play against the uh, Broncos.
Broncos.
The Raiders played also, and we don't need to make mention of
Ooh, yeah,
them.
please make mention of them because that was another team that just couldn't
Couldn't
find their way.
Kansas City couldn't
And
find his
Kansas,
way,
wait a
you
minute,
know.
Mr.
So
E, can you give the numbers for the Kansas City this season? Now that's
they're 6-11,
uh-uh. You got those
6-11.
numbers twisted.
That no. Kansas City, the
Six.
magician couldn't pull nothing out. Couldn't pull a rabbit out of his hat. He could not do it, and all of
Nothing.
them was with Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, Mahomes has built him a house in Dallas, Texas. So he says he's to build him a house in Dallas, Texas. Rumor on the street says he has been putting paperwork out there because he wants to go to a real team.
Mr. E, can I rewind just a minute? Because I wanted to ask you about some NFL news on that coming from your team. Why are they getting rid of Diggs?
Diggs is he's worthless.
Oh, did you say?
Trayvon Diggs, he just got out, just came back, couldn't
What
catch. I
happened?
mean, he was in the secondary, and Bland did not have any help in the secondary. Trayvon
Trayvon
Diggs
Diggs.
supposed to been all of that and a bag of chips, but he was crumbs. He was nothing. He couldn't.
Ooh,
And so the rumor said that he's going over to Green Bay along with Parsons.
I was wondering where you were going.
He going to Green Bay along with Parsons because he couldn't do anything to help Bland in the backfield.
Oh, wow.
Dallas Cowboys, if you get past the secondary, you got them. That's where we fell short at in the secondary. That not on the front up front line, but once you pass them linebackers in the backfield, you beat us. You can beat us deep because they can't run,
Mm.
they can't defend, they just ain't got it.
I tell you what, let's talk about the Rams and the Cardinals. The
Well,
Cardinals didn't have a great season either.
no, the Cardinals didn't have a great season, but the Rams did.
They did.
The Rams are they're going to be in the playoff. And when you look at the Rams going to be playing against the Carolina Panthers in the NFL side. You know, they got it broken up to do different sides. They got the NFC and the
Yeah.
AFC. So the AFC going to play like the Rams. They going to play against
Mhm.
against in the playoff against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina came up. I got to give it to them. I was really bad mouthing the Carolina Panthers from year four last, but they came up this year and they began to do a wonderful
Mhm.
job. Now the Miami Dolphins played against the New
Oh
England
Lord,
Patriots.
yeah, I saw that.
Well, New England Patriots, they came up.
They're good now.
I got to give it to the Patriots. And yes, they're
Yes.
going to be in the playoff. They're going to play against the Chargers. I got to give it to the New England Patriots. That the
Mhm.
New England Patriots, they came alive. Everybody thought that the Patriots wouldn't be worth anything because Brady is no longer
Yeah.
there. You know, Tom Brady is no, he won 6 rings there, and nobody else gonna get an opportunity because he. But I believe that they showed him that we going to the top.
Ooh, well, how did the Commanders beat the Eagles on
I
yesterday?
cannot. Well, they put in the third string. They would not. They
Oh,
put in the
okay.
third string.
Okay.
They did not let none of their starters
I
play.
get it.
And I don't blame them because it's not worth it playing against like the Cowboys. They didn't play none of their starters, and it wasn't worth it putting somebody in that
Yeah,
we need to
absolutely.
come up the road. The Eagles need to have everybody on 100. On
On
100,
100.
they need to
Yes.
have everybody on 100. And the chatter around the board is, can they do it again? Can they
We
do it
shall
again?
see.
Can they do it again? So the Commanders beat the Eagles 24-17.
17.
And then last but not least, I could not believe it. I could
Oh
not
my
believe it.
goodness.
I could
Mr.
not
E, what in
believe
the
it.
world happened?
Henry couldn't get off. Like I tell anybody, that the Ravens is got 3 running backs in the back.
Mm,
And
mm,
they got
mm.
and the Steelers just pulled that rabbit out of their hat. The kicker couldn't kick for the Ravens, and Jackson couldn't run like he thought he was going to run out there. And they had all the confidence in the world against Henry. They thought Henry, who broke free early, but there was a holding call, so they had to bring him back. He could not
He
get
could
loose.
not. He
He could
could
not
not.
get loose. So the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens 26-24,
And they were
and they
happy.
going back to the drawing board.
That was a happy, happy team. The Steelers, let's give the Steelers their props this season. Mr. E, they did better than we thought.
That's right. That's right. And
Than we thought.
that's right. That's right. They did good. So here's what we got to look at for the playoff. The Broncos have already they own a bye. They already clinched theirs.
Say that again.
The Broncos. Denver has already
Absolutely.
clinched theirs. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing against the
Texas.
Texas to see who's going to play against the Broncos. The
Mm.
winner of that game, the Steelers and Texans, will be playing against Denver Broncos.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
then the Jaguars and the Bills going to play, and the winner of that game get an opportunity to play against the New England Patriots and the Chargers. So I want to ask you your prediction, Miss Hinton. Between the Pittsburgh
Mm,
Steelers and the Houston Oilers,
the
I'm going to write this
Texans.
down. The Texans, who's going to win?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go with the Texans, even though I am tempted to go with the Steelers. To me, the Steelers did so well this
Wrong.
season. I mean, better. I'll put it like this: better than last season.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm gonna say the Texans,
Let's
just to
find
be
out from
safe.
Miss Tracy and from Miss Sheila Robinson and Miss LaWanda
Robbins,
Kelly
yes.
Robbins who they think going to be win between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Texans. Now, how
Okay.
about the Jaguar and the Bills?
Oh my goodness, that's hard. That's going. I'm gonna say any man's game, but I will pick one just to have one. Let's say the Bills.
Okay. How about the New England Patriots against the Chargers?
I think the Patriots. Let's try with them.
So that means that what you're saying after these games, the playoff, that the Patriots going to beat that they're gonna beat the Chargers
Mhm.
and Bills gonna beat Jaguar.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
So at the end of the day, that means that the Buffalo Bills gonna play against the Patriots at the
Mhm.
end of the day for before we make it to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Now what about the Seahawks? They got a bye.
Ooh,
So what about the Panthers against the Rams?
the Panthers against the Rams. The Panthers. Should I say Panthers? Let's just throw it out there. Let's say Panthers.
All right. What about the Eagles
Oh,
against the
oh, wow.
49ers?
Those are two of my favorite teams. I hate for them to go toe to toe against each other. But let's just say I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right. Miss Robbins says that the Pittsburgh Steelers gonna beat the Houston Texans.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Pittsburgh Steelers gonna beat.
All right, your prediction, Mr. E, with the Eagles and the
With the
49ers.
Eagles and the 49ers, and my friend, I got a great
That's
friend
what I'm saying.
that's I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon
Oh,
Barkley is hungry. He's hungry. And the 49ers, well, I mean, that's a hard decision and a hard thing to say because McAfee, he's
hmm.
hungry too. So I'm going to make it a draw, but I'm really pulling for the Eagles to make it in.
Well, I tell you what, we got to keep looking at the NFL. But Miss Lee and I, we're going to take a peek over at the NBA every now and then. We're getting closer and closer to, hey, the Super Bowl, but we got a few more games, the playoffs. And so you all just keep it locked, keep listening to FYI's Monday Sports Talk. And look, we want you to also have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Just before we go, Miss Sheila Robbins said that
Uh-huh.
the 49ers,
Oh, that's her team.
they going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Got to get out of here.
All right.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Mr. Kevin Kenneth Thomas, thank you so much for joining us and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more FYI radio show from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400 Peach 95.3 WGPL 1350 and on all social media networks. If you like to be a special guest or sponsor and like to be an intern, like to be in our audience, all you got to do is email us. Your email, we email you back. That's at FYI radio show live at gmail.com, or you can call 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Or you can inbox the whatever Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. Don't forget, you can email us, FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com, and have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Bye now.
Right, all right. I tell you what, we're going to be back here on Wednesday. We're going to talk about new beginnings and resolutions and some of the things that we can change and what's happening in our world that is really causing us to kind of like take a second look at and question a lot of things that are going on. So don't forget to join us on Wednesday. This evening we will not be back, but we will replay the show for our After Dark show. We have some great things that are going to be coming up. Of course, we have, like I said, talking about men's issues, women's issues, new beginnings. We're going to be talking about Black history. We're talking about Valentine's Day. It's so much to talk about, and it's a great year for us to get started on some great and new things.
You know, they got some great things going around the city of the 757. They
Yes,
got down to March for Martin Luther King coming up real soon down at the
yes.
Abbey Theater. And if you like to be a part of that, just keep your ears and eyes open so that you can be a part of that.
Absolutely. And then they have the water feature open down at the ocean front. That thing they were working on, they had a grand opening for that. It's just a lot going on and a lot for us to look forward to in this 2026, Mr. E.
That's right. Don't forget, if you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861.
Absolutely. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe. And don't forget to join us back here on Wednesday. We want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I tell you what, the weather's getting ready to roll up on us in a new way for a few days anyway. So Hampton
Cold,
Roads, get,
wrap
get,
up,
get ready for our 60s. We got some 60s,
starting tomorrow.
67 coming up. And hey, just make sure you stay safe because the flu is out there like crazy.
Starting tomorrow is going to be in the 60s. My God, so don't go out there half done now.
Tell it,
I
tell
know
it.
what it is to have a face cold. A
It's
face
a
cold.
face
Who ever heard
mask.
of a face cold?
I tell you what, it's still winter, so you all govern yourselves accordingly. Look, see you soon. Have a blessed and marvelous day.
Bye now.